And I mentioned in another video a certain prayer um, about annulling marriages that were not meant to be. Okay, so what some of my um, soulmates have gone through is they ended up in like some kind of marriage relationship that is not soulmate based. And in other words, instead of marrying their soulmate, they married someone else that looked through my head and took an opportunity to meet with my soulmate who was right in front of me while I was hypnotized and persecuted to just like ignore the fact that, oh, maybe that person's meant for me. In other words, a bunch of people got in the way of my soulmate relationships because they spied through my head to persecute me, to get what I wanted, to be with the people that actually are my soulmates and belong with me, not them, kind of thing. So, the reason why God would allow an annulment or a divorce is because the person did not truly marry their soulmate. So soulmates take precedent over any marriage relationship. In other words, if anyone's to marry anyone, let that person marry their own soulmate, not someone else's soulmate. See what I'm saying? That's part of the scripture. So when someone walks into a relationship that is a soulmate relationship and they separate those soulmates from one another, that is what the Bible is teaching against. What God has joined together, let no man separate. Let no one separate. What God has joined together, and God joins together soulmates. But the religious made up this covenant that separates soulmates and causes heartbreak in marriages and ruins the people involved in the marriage, causes that to be an unhealthy relationship. And a lot of people have been confused because they think that their marriage partner that must be their soulmate, their God-given soulmate. No, no, it's not exactly what that is. A lot of people married someone that was not their soulmate, and they were bound to relationships that are not healthy for them and not what God intended for them. But they can easily, boldly unbind themselves by getting a divorce or an annulment. God is not pleased when someone marries another person's soulmate. So, I just wanted to clarify that scripture. I tried clarifying earlier in some of my other videos. So, if you want to check those out, just look at my soulmate playlist. Or some of my prayer videos. That's a short explanation, but there's more to soulmates than just that. But I'm just saying, what happened to me was I was separated from my soulmates by people looking through my head and trying to get my soulmate to be their spouse when my soulmate is my rightful spouse by God. I'm not the adulterer, but the person that came between me and my soulmate is. Okay, just wanted to let you know.